Hello, guys. Today, I wanted to touch on something that has been such a big part of my journey, and I know such a big part of so many others' journeys, which is the fear of expressing ourselves. Now, for anyone in life, and especially for someone who is on an awakening path, expressing yourself is going to be so extremely pivotal in stepping forward on your soul mission. Now, let's take it back a step and talk about soul mission. Each and every one of us is here with a mission. None of us are just here to be here. Well, I mean, I can't say that for sure. I don't know. But I feel that we all have some sort of mission. Even if the mission is just to be, we all do have a mission, and only you can know what that is. And a lot of times that mission isn't like one thing, like how in like the 3D world we label like, oh, he's a doctor, he's a mailman, you know? It can be more of like who you're here to embody, the soul that you're here to embody. And the soul that you're here to embody is also here to express. And expression can be in so many different forms. But as a collective, we have developed such a wound around our truth, around the truth of God, of existence, of ourselves, and of creation. And so many people are carrying a wound of shame around their expression, which is why creative soul-led expression has been so squashed. When you look at how the world runs, like, no offense, but it's kind of boring. Like, the way that things run, for the most part, the hamster wheel of life, the way that school is led, so many things about it are just kind of like watered down, it's squashed. It's like so many people are living so tightly and living off of fear that if I don't operate a certain way, that my needs won't be met. And that's scary. That's scary, but yet that's also not true. That's not the truth of divinity and of this infinite, vast existence. So, when you begin to awaken and drop into your body and decide you want more for yourself, that requires that you express the way that you want to express. Because, like, to me, the ultimate form of life, of like getting the most out of this human existence, is always expressing as authentically and truly to you as possible. Because from that, so many things follow. When you are expressing as yourself, that's when your abundance opens up, your wealth grids, that's your love grids, your divine union grids. When you are expressing as your truth, that's when you come into union with all that you are. And so with that being said, there's a lot of fear that prevents us from expressing, because there have been lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes and generations of fear that has been just passed down around a distorted story. And a lot of people will bring this back to the fall of Atlantis, the fall of Lemuria, the fall from Christ, from heaven and down into a third dimensional plane where we are ran by the mind. And the story of how this happened, I've heard a lot of different stories. I honestly don't know for sure which is true, or if it even matters that much. Because what matters is the here and the now. The here and the now. This is an ascension journey. You are on an ascension journey. And part of this is continuing to come home to yourself and embody what is true to you. What is true to you. what forms of expression are true and meaningful to you, and continuing to move past the fear, even if there's a lot of it, even if there's a lot that you sit with and you move forward a little bit, but then you just get like swamped back by all this fear, and then you sit with it, you move forward a little bit, and then bam again. If that happens, just keep going with the process until you feel comfortable and safe expressing as you, because that is something we are all inherently worthy of, is safety and expression, is security and expression. So much of this, sorry, I got a notification. Okay. So much of this is tied to the witch wound. Oh my gosh, this goes so deep, you guys. Because a lot of this fear of expression isn't just like a small thing like, oh, what if they don't like it? It's like, oh, what if I get burned and killed for speaking my truth because people once did? What if I lose everything if I speak my truth, because we've seen that happen before? And I want to say that now is not then. There has been so much distortion and pain in the past, but now there is so much more light anchored here on this earth, and soul is being favored. When we follow our soul, even if it feels like everything is falling apart, everything will come together beyond our wildest dreams. For sure, it's law, it's universal law. But with that being said, when fear arises, we must sit with it for ourselves. We must sit with it. We must feel what it has to say and just be very present with what is coming up, with the discomfort, with whatever it is. Each person's journey is unique and different to them. I know for me, a lot of these fears of expression, I feel them in my throat. That's where I feel a lot of it, and the solar plexus too. And when these feelings come up, they're very uncomfortable. And we might find ourselves looking for distractions to kind of go revert back into the old self, into the rabbit hole, into old habits, so that we don't have to feel it or acknowledge it. Because we're blessed / not blessed with a lot of great ways to numb our pain. There's a lot of great ways to do it, okay? And when we do it, we really don't realize it's there until we take a pause from everything and we take away all of the distractions, and we're like, oh, okay, now it's dark and quiet and I have to feel what's here. And when you actually do, you realize it wasn't as big as scary as you thought. / you also realize that you are the safety to ground in for whatever it is you're feeling. You realize that you are the one who can create a safe space for yourself to not only feel what you want to feel, but also to let yourself know that it's going to be okay. And you start to gain the power of how to create a life for yourself in which you do express, and through that you are received, and through that you are loved, and you are supported, because you're the one creating all of this down to a T, every little and big aspect. Your God self is creating all of this. Your soul self is creating all of this. So when you sit with the density, you then gain the power over it to embody more of your truth, so that you can transmute it into light. And when you do so, more soul conscious awareness is grounded, so you are more connected with a larger, more vast aspect of yourself that can say, okay, I now see how I can create a safe container for myself to feel safe expressing. I now see, sorry, the ambulance, okay, sending love. I now see how I can create a safe container for myself to express. it's kind of hard to really put words to fully what it is that I'm trying to express right now, which is what I really want to say is as you continue to ascend and grow on this journey, you open up to more of you. And when you open up to more of you, you start to learn how to bring that energy back to yourself to create fully what it is you want to experience, because you then embody what it is you want to experience. You are embodying a feeling where you are safe to express. It is safe to be you. You are abundant in your expression. You are loved in your expression, held in your expression. Whatever it is that you're wanting or needing, you realize that you're able to create it within. You realize you can create it within. And that is literally the coolest thing ever. This journey is not for nothing. This journey is so that you can live your literal best existence, okay? I love you guys. 11:11 on the timer. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day. Goodbye. Mwah.